And welcome back. Picking up where we left off last time in the Long Dark, where we did just drop off the last of our not fish meat for our trading deal. So what's left is to generate a bunch of fish, wait for our rabbit hides to cure, and then drop that water and the hides off, I believe. Then we also got to go up to Mountain Town. We're not doing the Mountain Town today. In fact, we're not going to do most of that today. We're really trying to look for one maple sapling. Without having to go too far out of our way to get it, hopefully. So that we can eventually, at some point, have a travois here for transporting water and... well, I suppose water and fish. Right, fresh fish should be fairly good to transport in the travois. If we're just transporting from there to, like, right over there. Like, just loading up the travois full of fish is not going to be a bad way to do that. Apparently next time I want to eat food at our fishing hut here, I'm going to have to cook food, because I think I just ate the rest of the pre-cooked stuff I had piled up there. In the end of the last one. I'd say spoilers for the last episode, but if you haven't watched the end of the last episode, you're spoiling the fact that I didn't die in it at this point. Oh, some scrap wood. Not too worried about that. Quick glance over the stuff here. Because we could get lucky. We just have maple sapling right here on the coast. We're probably not going to get that level lucky, but you do every once in a while.
Find some place to escape this cold.
As he says, he needs to find some place to escape this cold, and here will do. Warm back up, and we start moving on towards the next place. I think an interloper auroras are not that bad as long as you're careful, because they're usually at least high visibility, which allows you to see where you're going. See where things are that would jump you. We're going to go out to the fishing village over there next. We'll do a little bit of beachcombing in the edge here as we go along. We'll warm up in the fishing cabins over there. Might try to wait out the aurora once we get there, because unlike the beachcombing where we're walking along the coastline where we get really long sight lines, which makes it somewhat safe to travel in the aurora, we're not quite so safe being inland looking for maple groupings. So that's a wolf. Don't know if it's a timber wolf, and I don't really want to find out. because there was more than one wolf over there. I saw at least two.
Can't feel my hands.
Yeah, at least two out there. Oh, there's the third one. Oh. Yeah, so over in this area might be...
Freezing.
Well, over in this area there's probably a patch of both birch and maple saplings somewhere. But we're not going to go looking for it during the Aurora, because Aurora wolves are bad enough. Don't need to run into an Aurora bear. Wait, we're going to queue up 10 hours of sleep. The character's not going to sleep that long. We're just going to sleep until we get fatigue all the way back. Okay. It does look like it is no longer an Aurora. It's probably incredibly cold. Yeah. Yeah, that's not useful. This is not useful for whatever we're going to do. Need to be able to see where I'm going. See the things I'm looking for, yes. Not sunny enough yet, but it will be sunny enough in due time. Suppose we just checked. These aren't usable. Right, so I suppose I should trash these. Okay, let's just pass the time until either the blizzard clears or it's daylight. So it is now daylight. The blizzard hasn't passed, but at least in this weather we can do some sewing. From a temperature regain standpoint, I think you're probably the biggest. Might be you next. At least we got warmer clothes, even if the weather hasn't really improved. I think that's everything that's kind of worth contemplating repairing. So hopefully we got better weather. Otherwise we'll be doing a lot of sitting around and doing nothing right now, which is not super great. Then we drink quickly. Improve our hydration. Yeah, the blizzard's still going. Okay, let's pass a little bit of time. And then I will just try to force my way over to the next spot to search, even if the blizzard's still up. And it does sound like the blizzard's still up. Oh, no. Storm conditions, no blizzard. I can work with that. I can at least look for the stuff I'm looking for in this wind condition. No, we'll look this way. And a couple different ideas where it could be for someone harvested maple. So it's really just going to come down to taking time to traveling those couple spots. Check.
Can't feel my feet. Wait.
I say, wait. Getting so cold, I feel like I'm warming up again. But then the quote apparently got broken off there for some reason. Not sure why. Here's a cabin that I think we've been to before. And okay, we can see that we do have some saplings here. Not the type of saplings I'm looking for. These are birch. We got enough birch harvested for the moment. We'll take a moment to step in here and warm up. I don't think there's any hiding behind the building. Just the one pack in front. Well, apparently I haven't searched this corpse. Nothing on it, so it's not the end of the world that I hadn't searched it earlier, but... One more cabin over... Well, one area around a cabin over here that we can go check. Where I think I've pretty much eliminated the spots I would normally check in Coastal Highway for maple and birch saplings. The last one actually had some birch saplings in it, so that doesn't surprise me. I didn't find maple there. Desperate for warmth, we duck in that cabin. We're not going to because we're not that desperate. I'm gonna go check over the area where I think the cougar spawns in. Let me have that turned on. I do not, so I don't have to worry about the cougar being over here. I think we searched that corpse before. Granted, we're looking for something that would not be on a corpse anyway, so yeah, we searched that one already. Right? We can check the, well, we can check the cabin, see if there's anything in the cabin over here. Could be a place where I might have dropped, harvested saplings. Also a place where saplings might be next to. And we'll head back down to the coast.
Need to eat soon.
Checking some of the spots along the way.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Got firewood, cure gut, and a book here. Not the contents we're looking for. Take a moment to warm up. We're a little low on calories, so I will take a nibble of at least one cattail. Basically goes the calories back from that our warm-up session. Okay, when he's dead, we'll have meat for days. And I think that is the first time I will have killed that bear in this save on this map. I've killed it before on Stalker difficulty with a rifle. Oh, I coincidentally just happen to have meat here.
I'd eat anything.
So I'm not as desperate for meat as I was once worried about. Because I got a pile of cooked deer meat here. Oh, and a wolf. Yeah. Any saplings in the campground? I think the answer is no. Sometimes there is. So you're circling over this guy. And we have checked his pockets, yes. Oh. I don't remember harvesting these ones. So that was a place where they could spawn, but did not spawn because it is an interloper. Interloper is sometimes just mean like that. For those who can't recognize the sapling stumps, those are two maple sapling stumps. It's a regular wolf. The type of wolf I don't want to run into right now is timber wolves. And somewhere around here will at some point be a dead bear. Not dead yet, though. That's him. He's no longer panicked, which is the danger state to deal with him in. There's a wolf. Not between the bear and the wolf. There's another wolf. Quite a few wolves. Yeah, not particularly great at finding any maple. I might have to take the trip out. Oh! Speak of the devil and you may find him! There's my maple saplings. About to say, I might have to give up and go out to Pleasant Valley, because I know I have some in Pleasant Valley. And then probably find some in Coastal Highway. So now we're just going to wait for that bear to die. So we can get our meat. Piles upon piles upon piles of meat.
My fingers feel numb.
And now we wait. Like the patient, persistent hunter that we are. Don't want to get jumped by the bear. I don't want to jump the bear. All those are likely to get my face mauled. There's the bear. Not dead yet. That's what I wanted to confirm.
Goddamn freezing.
Going back the other way. He's limping, so he's definitely the one we shot. So we're going to check to see if he's got a blood trail, which would help as well. Knowing if he's somehow glitched out of being injured. Yeah, he does have a blood trail. How cold are we? -3, okay. Sadly, it's not sunny, otherwise I could light a fire using the sun here. Oh, there he goes, Dot. Persistence hunting has paid off.
Come on.
Lump coal in the fire. Get that knife to work. "57 minutes on the piece of meat." I am far more interested in the hide than the meat. The meat is the bonus prize. As much meat as we can get off. The guts are the board for the weather just playing along. Okay, so we got 27 minutes left on. So got the hide off. Get off in 27. 30 skulls of 5 pounds. And probably going to want some water production, so let's make some water. Otherwise we're going to probably run out of water in due time, so another 2 liters isn't going to hurt. We got about 42 minutes cooking that. 7 kilograms of meat come off the bear. Take the water, cook the bear meat. 46 minutes if we're cooking in the pots. Need more time on the fire, so I'll add a couple sticks. Bring it back up to an hour, 46 minutes. Bring 8 kilograms off the bear.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, is our fire here protected by the wind? Maybe. No. No, it isn't. That doesn't stop me from harvesting the bear meat, it just means it's going to be a little bit more tedious. Because it's just protected enough I can throw fuel in the fire. Yeah, now it's finally properly shifted to not be protected. I feel like we may have adjusted the fire so they're not as easy to protect from the wind using the bear carcass. Saw a green spawn there. Oh, we lost the storage anyway. We lost the fire. What do we got left on it? Not worth sitting here in the high winds for. Let's drop off our hide. Get that curing in the closest buildings. We'll take a moment to warm up once we've done that. And then we'll see if the weather has changed during that warm up. I do, if I can, want to finish harvesting that bear, or at least mostly finish harvesting that bear, during this stream so that I don't forget about it. Because otherwise I'd just go ahead and as soon as we walked in the building here, would end the stream. Because it's about the time to end the stream. Okay, we don't have a fuel shortage because I think I actually have a fuel pile right here. Okay, stepped in the building. Leave the bear hide here. We'll wait a whole hour. I don't think that improved the wind condition. It may have improved the wind direction. That's a different statement. Oh, let's grab some fuel while we're here. Yeah, this is high wind, so we'd have to find a little bit of wind shelter to protect the fire. That shouldn't be too hard to do, because we can to a certain degree use the bear as wind shelter. Or the wind can just calm down. That'll work too.
Come on.
Okay, back to cooking. 46 minutes on you. And 46 minutes on you.
I might have to drop some gear.
Oh, actually hit the whole piece. Okay. Okay. And next 2 pieces of meat in the cook stove. For 6 minutes, which we have means we got enough time to get the rest of the meat off the bear. And then we'll just come to, and we harvest all the guts. Before the weather worsens. Oops. Well, this is fat. Don't want the fat. We're not needing to make cooking oil anytime soon. Okay, add a few sticks to the fire. And we'll harvest 5 guts. Cook the next round of meat, harvest the last 5 guts. And then I'll make a decision whether or not we're going to leave the fire behind. We're not going to cook all the meat. Character's getting a little tired. And honestly, we don't... The big reward here is getting the meat, not necessarily getting it cooked. And sticks, so that we shouldn't have it go away. More important to add those sticks in that situation, I think, if you're on low difficulty and the weather is just not fundamentally as cold as it is here, but... Okay. So I think we can cook one more round of meat on the remaining fuel in the fire. Yes, we did manage to do that. And we'll get these guts back to the cabin, and we'll call it a night. Yeah, I'll stick sticks with me, that'll be fine. Rune torches with me, that'll be fine. Light the fire.
I need to find a place to rest.
And as much as he needs to find a place to rest, I think it is time for me to find a place to rest. Think I'm going the right way? Actually, no, I don't think I'm going the right way. I have gotten lost. Okay. There we go. Found a landmark. Not lost anymore. Know where I am. Direction we want is that way. So, I hope everyone has been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, we're going to go ahead and end this part by giving this character his well-deserved night rest in the cabin over here. After we drop off the guts. So, we're going to be ending this episode shortly, and then we'll probably be the end of the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, we should be far enough recorded ahead enough so that by the time you're watching this, the next part should also be recorded. Even though this is going to be the last part of this stream. So you can probably expect there to be a part up tomorrow. Yeah. So we're going to drop off the guts. We're going to drop off the maple saplings. I need a little bit of curing on it. It's going to take 6 days, but don't need it right this moment. But yeah, this is where we're going to head and put the part break in. We're going to hydrate our character here. And we're going to give him a nice 10-hour snooze to recover from the glorious bear hunt and harvesting. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, there will be one up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, unless something comes up, and as long as we're sticking to the normal schedule, the next stream will be in 5 days. Well, the next stream of Long Dark will be in 5 days. So tomorrow should be Shadow Empire coming back. The day after that should be Field of Glories coming back, or Field of Glory Empires coming back. Day after that should be Europe Universalis 4, continuing our Chill Ottoman game. As we go to war with pretty much what's left. Slowly working away from Asia to Europe and getting everything in between. The day after that will be the return of Factorio, where we try to get stuff going so we can get the last of the science done. And then the day after that, which will be 5 days, should be the return of Long Dark, unless something comes up and I have to delay something a day. So that's the upcoming schedule plan for Twitch. I understand if you're watching this on YouTube, that's probably your past, because we're far enough recorded ahead that the next 5-day of this is probably yesterday. Might even be the day before yesterday. Not quite sure at the moment. I'd have to see how the uploads look. So yeah, with that, if you're watching on YouTube, that's kind of the schedule. So if you really can't wait till tomorrow, you could probably sneak over to Twitch, and the VOD from the live recording will probably be up. The VOD might not be quite such high quality as what's on YouTube. I do have Twitch set up to throttle the upload if there's a local internet problem. So Twitch should be getting a reliable stream frames per second, but they might not be getting reliable quality. YouTube gets what's recorded here on the hardware I'm recording with. So should be getting a solid 1080p. Unlike Twitch, if the local internet decides that Twitch is not getting good content, Twitch is not getting good content. But Twitch gets to watch the stuff live as it's getting recorded. So with that, I think that's the end of the stream. Hope everyone's been enjoying. And if you're watching, whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, with that, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Till the next part. Bye for now.